You're not here by accident, you're waking up. The world you think is real was never meant to hold you, it's time to collapse the illusion. Have you ever felt trapped, like life is happening to you, not for you? Like no matter how hard you work, true fulfillment always slips through your fingers. Most people think life is linear, predetermined, that success is hard work and that happiness must be earned through struggle. But what if everything you thought you knew about reality is a controlled illusion, a matrix of beliefs, fears, and mental conditioning? Surprisingly, physics itself challenges this illusion. In quantum mechanics, particles don't behave like fixed, solid objects until they are observed. Before observation, particles exist in a state of superposition, meaning all possibilities exist at once. Only when you observe them do they collapse into one reality. In a sense, your mind decides what becomes real. This isn't merely metaphysical speculation, it's one of the core ideas of quantum theory. The problem begins when most people operate out of unconscious programming. We work repetitive jobs, follow a predictable life design, and adapt to the world instead of creating it. Many of us never question where our beliefs came from. We carry inherited limitations like invisible chains, fears about scarcity, rejection, failure, and not being good enough. These thoughts distort our actions and collapse our lives into predictable, unsatisfying outcomes. I remember a friend, Mia, a brilliant artist from San Diego. She always dreamed of painting full-time, traveling to Africa to volunteer, and sharing her art with the world. But life hit her with rent payments, student debt, and a voice in her head telling her, "You are not built for greatness." Her inner critic constantly guided her back into survival mode, a life of reactivity, not creation. She didn't understand why she felt stuck because she worked non-stop, achieving moderate goals but never feeling fulfilled. Internally, she was chasing a success version of herself trapped in a story of lack. She never collapsed the potential of her dreams into reality. Why does this happen? Because the human mind is conditioned to believe in a single version of reality, a static, external reality. What if that's the illusion? Quantum physics introduces a radically different view of reality. It suggests that reality is fluid and dynamic, a constantly shifting matrix of possibilities. The moment you focus your attention, your observation, is when one possibility becomes physical reality. That's the foundation of what we now understand as quantum manifestation. But most people don't apply this. Instead, we send mixed signals to the universe. We want success and we fear failure. We envision abundance and we fear scarcity. This creates a confusing signal, a split intention, and the quantum field responds to the strongest signal. When fear is louder than faith, you manifest fear. When doubt dominates your identity, the collapsed version of you is someone who never becomes what you were designed to be. That's the real problem most people face. The matrix isn't an external prison, it's internal. It's the shadow of your subconscious beliefs controlling your destiny. But there is hope. Once you understand how deeply reality is connected to conscious attention, you start to see that you are not a victim of circumstance. You are an active participant in the process of creation, a co-creator of your own universe. And that's where the discovery begins. The moment your perspective shifts, your life shifts. That's what I discovered when I first stumbled into the world of quantum manifestation. I used to believe success required pain, persistence, and grinding through life. I hit obstacle after obstacle, until one afternoon, a mentor told me, "You're not creating reality, you're collapsing it." Every thought, emotion, and belief collapses one version of your potential into lived experience. It felt like a mental revolution, like waking from a dream. Below the surface of everyday reality, beneath the solid material world, exists what scientists call the quantum field. This field is a sea of infinite possibilities, all potential realities waiting to be collapsed into experience. Like the shimmering energy beneath the surface of a lake, everything we think, say, and feel interacts with this field. Take the observer effect, one of the most famous ideas in quantum physics. When a particle is not observed, it exists in multiple states simultaneously. But when an observation is made, that particle collapses into a single state. This means the act of observation affects the nature of reality itself. According to this theory, the universe will manifest the state you place your intention and attention on. It's not random. There is a rhythm, a coherence, and an intelligence behind this. Another key idea is quantum entanglement, where two particles become linked and instantly affect each other, no matter the distance. This means everything is connected. You are deeply connected to the people, opportunities, and even timelines that align with your desires. Your mind is not separate from the universe, it is woven into its fabric. This changes everything. When I applied this idea to my life, everything changed. Instead of analyzing why things happened, I began intentionally collapsing versions of the future I wanted. This wasn't passive dreaming, it was active identity transformation. I learned to visualize not just the things I wanted, but the version of myself that already had them. I stopped thinking, I want a fulfilling relationship. Instead, I began thinking, I am the kind of person who is loved, confident, and appreciated. It suddenly felt like I was living on multiple timelines, multiple versions of my life, and my focus determined which one became real. This is where my friend Mia experienced her turning point too. After years of stagnation, she tried a simple experiment. For 21 days, she began visualizing herself as a successful artist waking up in her dream life. Every morning, she would lie in bed with closed eyes and imagine the smell of fresh coffee in her dream studio, painting with joy, not stress. She imagined her exhibitions in Paris, the letters of appreciation from fans, and the feeling of fulfillment building inside her chest. She didn't visualize the process of paying bills or worrying about rent, she visualized the identity, frequency, and feelings connected to those dreams. Instead of asking, how will I get there, she asked, who do I become when I already have what I want? Within a few weeks, things started shifting, an unexpected grant, a local gallery opening offer, and even a stranger who offered to sponsor her first show. Coincidence? Maybe. But it felt like the universe responded as soon as she committed to a specific emotional frequency. The potential collapsed into her reality. This was the discovery, something most people never experience. You don't chase dreams, you collapse them into existence. But how do you do this consistently? That's where the method begins. There's no secret magic, just alignment. Your mind, emotions, and identity must resonate with the desired outcome. This creates a coherent signal that interacts with the quantum field. Here's a step-by-step method that blends quantum science with practical spiritual application. Keycap 1 Step 1, define your desired identity. Don't visualize a single event, visualize the person you are when you already have your desire. Ask yourself, what beliefs does this person have? How do they act every day? How do they speak, dress, think, and feel? Example, instead of, I want a better career, say, I am a confident, creative, innovative leader who gets paid to help others thrive. This aligns your internal identity with the version of reality you want to collapse. Keycap 2 Step 2, observe your inner dialogue. Your subconscious is like an autopilot. If your inner voice doubts, you generate inconsistent signals to the quantum field. To grow conscious, spend 1 minute every morning listening. Watch your self-talk. When negative thoughts appear, don't fight them, rewrite them. Example rewrite. I can't afford my dream life. I'm learning to create value every day, and the universe brings opportunities into my path. Your energy shifts when your thoughts match the reality you want to create. Keycap 3 Step 3, feel the emotions of already having it. Quantum experiments show that energy resonates at a frequency. Your thoughts send the blueprint, your emotions deliver the signal. Combine the two, then it becomes real. Close your eyes for 2 to 3 minutes every day and play a mental movie. See the scene clearly. Hear the sounds. Feel the emotions like warmth, pride, safety, excitement. This anchors your mental frequency into the desired reality. White heavy checkmark. Practical exercise 1, Identity Immersion Meditation. Sit in silence with a notebook. Answer these 3 questions honestly. What does my dream version of myself feel like right now? What are 3 beliefs my dream self carries daily? What actions does my dream self take each morning? Write them down. Then whisper them like a prayer. This teaches the subconscious to collapse that version into your 3D reality. It rewires your identity. This is quantum manifestation in action. White heavy checkmark. Practical exercise 2, Future Gratitude Visualization. This is inspired by quantum entanglement, aligning your present energy with your desired future. Close your eyes. Visualize your dream reality as if it's already here. Now, give thanks, not for the future, but for now. Example. I'm so grateful for the joy of painting in my dream studio today. Even before it exists, your gratitude resonates like a powerful signal into the quantum field. White heavy checkmark. Practical exercise 3, Coherence Alignment, 4-7-8 breath. Your emotions must match your thoughts. To calm your mind and raise your frequency, inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Exhale for 8 seconds. Repeat 6 times. This synchronizes your mental signal, aligning heart and mind. As quantum theories suggest, coherence amplifies the signal you send into the field. But the most powerful secret is not the technique, it's the transformation that happens inside you during this process. Manifestation is not about getting what you want, it's about becoming who you must be to deserve it. Think about Mia again. Before collapsing her dream identity into reality, her deepest fear was not failing, it was believing she wasn't worthy. She felt trapped by the matrix of her beliefs, conditioned by fear. Yet, when she aligned her thoughts and emotions with a version of her life that already existed, everything around her began to change. This process of transformation is often emotional. It requires courage, vulnerability, and honesty. Emotional story, the writer who became real. A client of mine, Jordan, always knew he was meant to be a writer. From childhood, he expressed himself through stories and poems. But by his early 30s, he was stuck writing copy for corporate newsletters, dead dreams buried beneath holding patterns. Jordan always said, maybe I just wasn't meant for something bigger. His identity was aligned with scarcity, a script loaded with, I'm not enough. We did an experiment. Every night for 21 days, Jordan journaled his dream self identity. He called himself a successful storyteller who inspires millions. He practiced vivid emotional visualization, hearing applause, feeling readers connecting with his story. Every morning, he wrote 1 paragraph in the voice of his dream identity, as if he already had 100,000 readers. At first, it felt uncomfortable, like lying. But by week 2, something shifted. He acted more confidently. Pitching ideas, applying to writing contests, networking with genuine intent and belief. Then, one morning, he got an email from a literary agent who discovered one of his blog posts, a post Jordan wrote during this transformation period. That agent offered to help him publish his first book. Was it coincidence? Maybe. But the science suggests that when someone's identity and emotional coherence match one possibility, the probability of that version collapsing into existence increases. This is called attentional feedback amplification. Your consciousness pattern creates synchronicity, which then reinforces your identity, causing a ripple of manifestation. The real transformation. Jordan didn't just want success, he became the kind of person who attracts success. Mia didn't just want freedom, she changed her core belief from, I'm not enough, to, I am worthy of the life I dream of. Transformation is not just about achieving dreams, it's a fundamental identity shift at the core of who you are. When your identity aligns with your dreams, your life adjusts to match that identity. This is the true, quantum transformation, not changing reality by force, but effortlessly folding your internal universe into a reality that already exists for your future self. And once you've transformed yourself, Your mission becomes clear. You're not here simply to manifest a great life. You're here to break the cycle, to show others that reality is not static, and the matrix was never absolute. The people around you, friends, family, strangers you meet, are reflections of your own thoughts and fears. When you raise your frequency, when you collapse your dreams, you inspire others around you. A new timeline is created, and those around you start questioning their own realities. The mission is to help everyone around you remember. We are not separate from the universe. We influence reality through attention, identity, and emotional coherence. This mission is not about ego. It's about uplifting others off the conditioned defaults of fear, lack, and passivity. When you become a quantum creator, you become an example. You spark transformation in others. You have a ripple effect. Some people call this expanding consciousness. Others call it raising vibration. In quantum physics terms, your collapse of your reality aligns probabilities toward possibilities that serve you, and others. Emotional story: the teacher who awakened her classroom. Sarah was a high school teacher who always felt stuck, like her life was half-lived. She taught biology day after day, but she felt she had a deeper purpose. She began practicing identity visualization, not to become rich, but to feel joy every moment instead of waiting for retirement. She started each class with a short daily ritual, 1 minute of gratitude. She didn't lecture, she shared one idea. You are not observing this moment, you are creating it. At first, students were puzzled. But within a few weeks, something changed. Participation increased. One student confided she felt motivated to pursue her dreams of being a musician. Another regained confidence after failing algebra. The classroom became a space of curiosity and emotional coherence. Sarah didn't just improve her life, her transformation created a positive shift in those around her. Your mission is to do the same, to awaken the people around you by living your truth. Because once you understand that reality isn't something that happens to you, but something you actively collapse, you reclaim your power. The old conditioned matrix loses its hold. You become free, because you understand your identity is more powerful than circumstance. Your mind is a creative force, not just a reactive organ. You become the author of your own universe. And the final step is your call to action. If you enjoyed this video, don't just sign off, sign up for your future. Start today. Backhand index pointing right. Pick one identity you want to collapse into reality. Backhand index pointing right. Write 3 belief statements of your dream self. Backhand index pointing right. Visualize it for 5 minutes every morning, with emotion, clarity, and gratitude. Share your progress in the comments below. What identity are you collapsing into reality? If this video helped you wake up, like it, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to break the matrix too. You are not here to exist, you're here to create. Your thoughts are not invisible, they are shaping your universe. You are waking up. The matrix can't control you anymore.